Hi there, welcome back to SaveWithCrypto. My name is SaveWithCrypto, and yeah, I'm just looking at this enormous crash on Bitcoin. Can you see it? Yeah, it's there, isn't it? Obviously, this is the monthly chart. I'm just showing you that because, like, realistically, how much did we pull back? Not a lot, really. However, looking at the weekly time frame, what I can see now is something which is good. Okay, so it's pretty late on Sunday night. Well, it's not really. It's 6 p.m. UK, but the important thing is the bottom of this weekly candle here is now higher than the start of the weekly candle before. Right now, if that had been the other way around, or it might even be that way around by later on today. But if it was, that would be a bearish engulfing candle, and that would be a bad sign, especially after having an all-time high last week. But so far it isn't. So we need to be above that level there, which is about 112,164. That's on the Bitstamp Bitcoin US dollar chart. So if we zoom in a bit more, let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, you can see that we're above that now. Not by a lot, but by about 1.75%. That's okay. As long as we stay there for the next 6 hours, I'll be happy. Otherwise, the bear market starts tomorrow. Now, this is what interests me. So I've put the chart onto the 1 hour time frame now, and I've left that purple horizontal ray that I just put in under the start of the weekly candle before the current one. Okay, so that's this one here. So this starts on Monday, the 29th of September. I suppose it's like midnight, isn't it? So that's when that one started. And, you know, you can see really we retrace to, you know, that area of interest there, if you like. So, you know, that was also, looking back, that's quite a standard sort of area where there's been quite a lot of activity. So no surprises there, really. And what does that mean? It means it put the price back to what it was 2 weeks ago. It's hardly a crash, is it? Anyway, there's a lot of panic about stuff, and a lot of people saying that's the end of the bull market. It could be, but I don't think so. Just because it hasn't retraced that much. If it had done a proper pullback, like 40%, it only did 20%. If it had done 40%, then I'd be, you know, definitely thinking, oh, not sure about that, you know. Things might be a bit iffy now. So, I don't know. I think there's a few more weeks left in this bull cycle, possibly even a few more months. Although I think it's more like weeks than months myself, but that's just what I feel in my testicles. Not that that's anything to go by. So, yeah, so we've retraced to the level we were at 2 weeks ago. Yeah, big deal. Anyway, looks like we're probably going to get a move upwards now. Anyway, the point is, if you look at this on the 1 hour time frame with our indicator Quadzilla, you can see that what we did, we actually retraced nearly to this retracement level here. It didn't quite hit it on this chart. This is the Bitstamp one. If you look at this on something like the index all history time index one, you can see that it did hit it, and then as we know, it went down quite a lot more. Although that depends on which exchange you look at. You know, this one here is showing like 105. I know some exchanges it went down to 101. I think mainly because like the data all went out the window when all the cascading liquidations started to happen. So there's a lesson to be learned anyway. Don't over leverage yourself when you think everybody else is probably doing the same thing. That said, I am long now, and the reason is because we had this impulse up, then we came back down, hit the Quadzilla retracement line there, and at that point you see here, as a kind of confirmation, we got this green background on the momentum oscillator. So that was a pretty good sign, and this is actually really good because we've been talking about 108 as a retracement level, possibly lower, and that's exactly what we've done. So it's kind of good now. We've sort of cleared out the problem areas down there, so we can fairly comfortably go up again. Now on the way up, if we start to draw in some retracement levels here, then I will expect some pullbacks, but for the moment it's looking all right. Now obviously what I'm looking at here is the crossing of this yellow 21 EMA and the green 55 EMA, because at the moment they're still showing a downtrend. And what we need to happen, we need these EMAs, the red is a 5, the cyan is a 9. We need them to go red, cyan, yellow, green. Okay, so at the moment they're green, red, cyan, yellow. Not completely the opposite order, because the red one and the cyan have started to do their thing. So if we look at, say, something like the 30-minute time frame to see if they've crossed already, I suspect they have. Yeah, they have. Yeah, so they crossed at about 5 p.m. about an hour ago. So that's pretty cool. I'd even go and look, at the 45-minute, and you can see that Quadzilla's putting in this green shading area here, meaning these two are likely to converge, and that candle closes in 41 minutes. So I'm reasonably confident we could be going back up. Now, what's also kind of weird is the CME close. So it says here that the CME closed at 114520. Okay, kind of where we are at the moment on this chart here, but the CME does run at a slight premium. So let's have a look at the actual CME chart. That's where it closed on Friday. Now the thing is, we have actually got this CME gap down here, and the thing is, when that dump happened on Friday, that didn't actually close that because the CME was already shut. If all of that had happened like 2 hours earlier, I'd be really happy about that CME gap, because that would have gone now, but it's still there. Okay, so bear that in mind. Okay, so I'm just looking here on the ByBit chart. This is the 45-minute time frame, and we still haven't got this cross here, and the candle still has 20 minutes to go. It does look like it's going to happen though, doesn't it? So we've now got the cyan EMA above the green one. That's a good sign, but we are stalling a little bit at this weekly level that I've put in. I could just show you where that comes from by going to the weekly time frame. So it's basically this point here where there was a change in direction there. So it's not a surprise that we're just stalling right where we are right now. Although zooming in on the 3-minute time frame, looks like we might have got above that now. So let's see what happens. I would love to finish this video by waiting for these EMAs to cross, but I really want to get it out so you can watch this in time for when the CME opens tonight, and also we get the weekly candle close. So remember, we need to get like a non-bearish engulfing weekly candle close tonight, so that's going to be quite important. So like I say, if it ends up being above this level here on this ByBit chart, it's like 112168. If it ends up being above there, it's all good. If it's below there, it's all over. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. While you're down there, please do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you've got the notifications set to all. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Please do check out Quadzilla at savewithcrypto.org/QZ, and above all, tell your friends.